Hi all, within this short 20-minute presentation, I'll be taking you through some ways to stand out from the overpopulated crowd that is social media, plus a few formulas to get social media working for your business. I'll highlight some common oversights and provide you with a few examples of how you can attract engagement and turn that into potential customers. So, who am I? My name's Eric. I run a marketing consultancy in Adelaide, originally from sunny East London. I predominantly coach and consult local businesses through various aspects of digital marketing, ranging from website optimization to social media to email marketing and so on. If you have any questions after this presentation, feel free to reach out to me via any of the listed handles. You have my Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and website. So here's a bit of an overview as to what we'll cover. So social media growth strategies and tips, starting with how to even present yourself and your business online. Marketing your brand, products, services, not just through social media, but also through different avenues of marketing. So every few weeks I get asked about new social media platforms, most of which I've never heard of. As a business owner, how do you know which one will be the most beneficial for your business? So some of the thoughts which may come to mind range from, will I be left behind if I don't join? Also known as FOMO, fear of missing out. Another is if our ideal customers are on there. Another being, how can we make money on there? So these are normal feelings to have, but there are some things to consider before jumping on every social media platform that is trending for the month. So you might want to consider some of these things before signing up to a platform. It can help if you're already familiar with a platform rather than having to start from scratch. You still need to ask yourself a few things beforehand. So are my competitors there? Is my ideal client there too? If they are both there and you feel you can help them by bringing value, by all means sign up and start posting and networking. I do strongly urge you to research the best ways to boost your reach on that particular platform, as there's always so much to learn. It's so common to see other similar businesses as competition, but maybe you can partner up and leverage any differing services. For instance, I've reached out to a number of different marketing agencies to find out that they don't offer some of the things that I offer. So for instance, I was doing some LinkedIn outreach and had a call with a local marketing agency. They're hoping to do some outreach. They're looking to outsource some of their services. So in the future, that could be a potential lead or a future partnership. The more people you can connect with in your field, the more opportunities that you have. So many people, actually the majority join the platform, and because they know the basics, they don't make the time to go deeper than just posting, liking and following. Each platform has so much to offer, the learning never ends. So also factor that in and be honest with yourself. Okay, so your bio, and apologies if this is a bit foundational for some of you, but the amount of awful bios I come across on Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn is ridiculous. And these are functioning businesses, so there's no excuse. From profiles with no picture or a really bad one, or the bio being completely empty, to a full-length essay. Neither are an ideal way to present your business online. In my opinion, this should be the easiest section for you to get right. So keep it simple, be precise about who your business is for. If you try and appeal to everyone, you'll probably attract no one. This is a screenshot of my LinkedIn profile, and I could even have gone a step further and list the types of small businesses that I that I work with. So I can update that after this. So as the case is for most social media platforms, content is what keeps us there. So they're all geared to get us to produce content en masse, consume and engage, which equates to us all spending our whole lives on social media. So I'd say the recipe for social media marketing is basic but not easy. Produce great content, engage in other people's content, boost your learning about what the platform can do for you and your business. I've spent hours watching tutorials, doing courses, and the majority have been super helpful. So the information is out there. Many businesses forget the engagement aspect and as well as the learning aspect because they're just in a seller's mode. They get to a point where they can create content and post, but then forget about the remaining legwork, especially as algorithms change frequently. Then people complain when the number of likes and shares on their posts nosedives. So this is where many people struggle, and that's content. Business owners often tell me, I don't know what to post. A great place to start is see what's working for your competitors and replicate it better and more consistently. Google the phrase keyword research tool and you'll find a number of sites which allow you to put in your search term, i.e. it might be wooden watches, for example, and they'll give you a heap of ideas related to which to which you can use for your own content. Another great source is Google Alerts. You can get industry news to your inbox and republish on your own news feed. You can show you're on the pulse with the latest news. Even better, you can rewrite it and post it on your blog or website. Pinterest is great for ideas and images, but beware, most pictures are the first step to business's funnel. So when you click on the picture, it'll generally take you straight to their website, to either buy something or download something. Answer the Public is much like a keyword research tool, but better. You can put in any keyword and it will give you the most popular search terms around that topic. Again, perfect for creating blogs and post ideas. If you've been creating content for some time, I suggest go back into your archives and revamp them. I often recycle or remix old content if I've not had time to schedule them. YouTube is the most used search engine after Google, so there's not much you won't find on there. You can literally type in marketing for restaurant owners, and you'll get a heap of tutorials or educational videos to help. Okay, so here are a few ideas, ideas to attract more engagement, and of course you have to be timely with all of them. The key is to tell people what to do so it's clear. Of course the majority won't, but that's fine. Some will, some won't. Hopefully through your content you'll be able to weed out who it's for and who it's not for, because it will never be for everyone. If you're just sharing info, there might not be a big call to action, but it's good to throw a few examples in, as every social media's platform is built around engagement. They all push viral content as it keeps people on their sites for longer. As previously mentioned, algorithms are constantly changing, so it's key to keep up to date with the latest updates so you can refine your content accordingly. This is where a tool like Google Alerts can be a game changer. You can be pretty sure that your competitors won't be subscribing to such information. Here's an example of a content calendar for Monday to Friday. Content calendars are a helpful way of getting the juices flowing and planning what you wish to post on a weekly basis. Like with any kind of marketing, if if you don't have a strategy, you'll just be doing things off the cuff and most likely won't be measuring what works and what doesn't work. If you can't track it, how will you know what to invest more time into? You can go onto Pinterest or just Google content calendars for your particular industry. It's very likely that there'll be one there, somewhere. But yeah, in most industries that you won't have a problem finding one. Alternatively, you can just put one together yourself. As I've mentioned before, engagement is what platforms crave, as this is what keeps us there. Anything live or video related will be pushed to the top of the news feed, and your contacts or followers will be notified that you'll be going live, or that you are live, sorry. Quick tip to boost this: let your followers know in advance when you'll be going live. Depending on the platform, you can tag them or create a post about it just beforehand, or DM them. Engagement pods are a good way of alerting the platform that the post is popular. For example, if all of you come together on any platform, create a group that you can send your posts to, for you all to like and share and comment. It's a good way of getting your posts shown to more people. I've previously done this for Facebook and have a local Adelaide business engagement group. It's also a good way of networking locally. Cultivating the right audience will also help with engagement. So for instance, on LinkedIn, you can search for people based on their industry, job role, company, location. So this makes it very easy to build your ideal network of people. On Instagram, it's a bit different, or same as Twitter. You can search based on location or hashtags. So for instance, if you're in the fitness industry in London, you can add people that have hashtagged or checked into your local fitness first, for instance. Every demographic can now be found, which is pretty scary unless you're a marketer. Okay, so we've talked about choosing your platform, creating a good bio, content ideas, and engagement. The follow-up, in my opinion, is so underrated. It makes me laugh when business owners say, no, we tried social media and it's not for us. I then go on to check their failed efforts, and only to see, a couple of consistent posts with no real value, no replies to comments. It takes time and focused effort. So it's so important to reply to people who engage without being salesy. Even when people leave a review on Google, reply to it, as it sends an alert to Google that you're being responsive and that you're actually helpful. Starting conversations in comments on social media is also a good alert for the platform, and they may push your posts further up the news feed. I can't remember which marketing guru calculated that it takes between 6 to 8 touches to get a new prospect, so that might depend on your particular industry. Here are a few some of my favorite social media tools. So Canva's great. You can use it for a host of different things, such as presentations like this one, stories, posts, banners, posters, business cards, anything graphic related, and it's free, which is another good thing. Hootsuite and Buffer, they're set scheduling tools, so you can post to different platforms at once. I personally use Hootsuite, but Buffer was also good for scheduling. I'd recommend creating a posting calendar, so you're not having to wing it every single day. Unfold have some good templates for stories, predominantly Facebook and Instagram, but all the more professional templates are in the paid version, so that might be something to consider. Knowing which hashtags to use on platforms such as Instagram and Twitter is key. InTags app will find you popular hashtags, although you don't want to be using super popular hashtags, as your posts will get drowned by everyone using the most popular ones. So it's about having a happy medium. Google Keep is my marketing notepad, which you can share with people. So you can share lists. The wife and I use it for our shopping list. So It's not restricted to marketing. Followers Assistant is an Instagram app, so you can unfollow people who dare to unfollow you. So that will show them. So when it comes to lead gen, you have two options pretty much: the paid traffic option or the free traffic option. Your end goal is generally to get people to buy, or at the minimum subscribe or show interest in your product or service. Free traffic is generally a slower process, and what you save in ad costs you're generally spending in time and resources to create content, network, outreach and partnering. I get a lot of inquiries coming from businesses that already have a website, a social media presence and a product or service. A lot of the issues I come across could have been avoided if they had received some basic marketing assistance from the beginning. So I'd say if you've yet to launch your website or socials, get some guidance first or start doing your research. This is what the majority do, so don't let this be you. Create a bad website with no marketing input. Create a bad or average social media profile. Post randomly without testing what works. Then wondering why people don't buy their product or service or visit their website. And repeating 3 and 4 and complaining a bit more about it. Often to the tune of social media doesn't work. It surprises me that so many businesses think that their marketing strategy should only consist of posting a few times a week to a platform or two. So I've listed a few other areas you should be investing in, which won't take a lot of your time on a weekly basis. So we have Google My Business. Once optimized, you can post updates and pics. I have a free optimization checklist, which I'm happy to provide or send you. Social media, as mentioned, post as often as possible whilst learning how to increase your reach. Website optimization, a common one which is skipped, a must to ensure it's SEO friendly and carries out the job you want it to, whether that be sales, subscriptions, downloads, etc. A lot of SEO work can be done yourself, but you have to know what you're doing. Alternatively, if you can outsource it, it's a very labor intensive job, so it's not cheap. Email marketing, a great way to stay in touch with potential and past customers. Plus, when was the last time you changed your email address? Ads should be trialed with care and guidance unless you've done your homework. Don't worry too much about the percentages, they're just an approximation split of how I allocate my marketing resources. Here are a few of my marketing musts. I'd recommend all of these to anyone starting a business or anyone who has a business, as they'll all apply in my opinion. It's not to say that there aren't any successful businesses that don't do these, but the majority will have at some point. So as already mentioned, an email list is gold in my opinion, and I get all my clients to start one and create a way to attract more subscribers. Getting your friends and family on board. This isn't always easy, so even if you have to take their phones and invite all their friends and contacts to like your page, do it. I've done it and it helped me when I was starting out. When you shift from selling mode to helping and giving, the game changes. So see how many people you can genuinely help. So optimizing your site for keywords, as mentioned before, it's an easy tweak. All you can pretty much do is Google the industry that you're in, or a keyword, and see which websites show up at the top of the list, and see what kind of content they have on their website that brings them to the top of the list. There are other factors, but that's a good starting point. So network like your life depended on it. whether it be virtually or at events. Make the effort to expand your network. Research makes things a lot easier. Watching tutorials at a speed of 1.25 is the best function in the world. So whenever you're doing a training, or you want to get to the crux, that's a good recommendation in my opinion. There are some amazing resources out there, too much in fact, so it's hard to know where to start. So I always suggest looking at what's currently working in your space. Am I saying just copy what someone else is doing? Kind of, but if it's working, just replicate and do it better and more frequently. YouTube has some great marketing channels, and there are some great short courses on Udemy and LinkedIn, so you just have to be hungry for the info. Doing it alone, is not mandatory. Here's a list of free resources, checklists and cheat sheets. So if you'd like a copy, just reach out and I'll send you one. Some are being revamped as new features keep being added to social media platforms. Keeping these documents current is an administrative nightmare. So these are just a few other services that I provide, but not limited to. So if you have any queries or questions in regards to those, feel free to reach out. If you managed to get this far, thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you and your business. Feel free to share it with anyone you feel it may benefit. Send any questions to info@WithEric'sHelp.com, or find me on Instagram, Facebook or LinkedIn. Take care and thank you.